Hello, John here. Welcome to another vlog. I've done a few today, so bear with me while I gather my thoughts. I want to do a kind of a reading from my website. It's a bit of a rant. It's got to do with films and TV and sequels and reimaginings and reruns and so on. So we'll get to it. I hope that's worked. Hopefully by now you could see me down in the corner and what I think is over that side. I think what could be this side. I don't know. And the thing there. It says sequels, remakes, and reimaginings. October 17th, 2017. As you can probably guess, this is a film stroke TV based rant. It seems to me at the moment that producers, writers, directors and the likes have no imagination these days. I guess I noticed it a few years ago, more specifically the time when Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson appeared on Paul O'Grady's show, plugging his latest film Return to Witch Mountain, or whatever they called it. This was a film I remember seeing as a kid and got me thinking, why do they need to remake it? Only The Rock said it wasn't a remake but a reimagining, which made me laugh. Sure, it's the same thing, and to be honest, yes, it is, just with a few revamped tweaks. Since then, there's been tons of remakes and reimaginings. The Evil Dead, Ghostbusters, to name but two. Now these don't bother me too much. After all, the general census is things change. Technology changes, graphics change, so stuff needs to change in accordance, such as more politically correct Ghostbusters to please the ever-decreasing gender gap. But what really bugs me is a spider. That's going to freak me out a little bit. What really bugs me is the sequels that have happened over the last few years. I understand why they made a film does well, so you want to cash in on that success, so you create a sequel or even a prequel to expand on that film's universe. For example, Star Wars 1, 2 and 3. What I find bugging me is when they wait 20 years to make the sequel or prequel. This is what really gets me fuming, mostly because by the time things have changed, and a film that did good 20-30 years ago might not do as well now, but people have been blinded by its cult status. A recent one that's going to happen that falls under this, I'll explain in a bit. A recent one is Top Gun. When that was released, 25-30 years ago, that was a huge success. It was a complete cult for Tom Cruise, and they are now doing a sequel to it. I can forgive the likes of Star Wars for this, mostly because George Lucas said from the get-go he wanted to make a trilogy of trilogies, and that will take time. I for one enjoyed the prequels more than the originals, maybe because they were of my time more than the originals. So far I've enjoyed episode 7 and eagerly wait episode 8. At the time I see episode 8 has come out and I've not seen it yet. So we're now waiting for episode 9, which dropped the teaser a couple of days ago. But Rogue One makes my point for me. It seems to be a film cashing in on the success of its main feature. Because it does, it's got nothing hugely to do with the series. It kind of links in a little bit with the film franchise. But it seems like they've just made the film for the point of making the film, to try and get even more money out of people that are into Star Wars. Recently the same has been happening with TV. Only in the last few days have I heard that they're bringing back the Generation game. I'm not sure what happened to that actually, whether it's happening or what. I think it's fourth incarnation, if memory serves me right, and Supermarket Suite, its third outing. Both of those I'm not sure what's happening with now. I mean, this was 2 years ago. I'm not sure what's happening with them now. One that is being redone is Blockbusters on Comedy Central. And to be honest, with all the hype surrounding the fact it's been 25 years of the Gladiators, it won't surprise me if that harks a resurgence. And of course, the Crystal Maze has made a successful return. Crystal Maze with Richard Adoade, or however you pronounce his last name. Yeah, that's been quite a good one. I've quite enjoyed having that, because it's not. It stayed the same, but it's kind of been modernised. It's not tried to kind of reinvent itself so much. It's kind of, yeah. Basically, I'm starting to feel as if we're all in some sort of twisted 80s time warp, where everything is familiar yet different. Because it is, everything from the 80s seems to be coming back now. Especially that the whole point of the whole specific period of time of the 80s. If it was successful in the 80s, they're trying to redo it again. That's my rant. What do you think? Would you... Let's get back up to the webcam. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think it's good that they have reimagining Hellboy? Well, that they've recently redone as well. A new director. I think I learnt the other day that they're redoing The Matrix. Now, it does still seem that people just can't be bothered to think of their own ideas, so they're just going, oh, that was a success, we'll redo that. Or, I liked that film, but I think I can do better. It is annoying me, to say the least. I want new, exciting things. What bugged me with the Matrix trilogy originally was they brought out the first one, doing all this brand new technology of bullet time and everything, which apparently now actually turns out it isn't new. It's something that they did a few years earlier in a TV advert or a music video or something. And then they cashed in on that success straight away by doing the next two films straight after each other at the same time. That to me seemed a bit weird. You wait and hope that technology and kind of graphics and stuff, you hope that they progress a little bit more before you do another film, so you can improve on the film's kind of science fiction side of it even better. But I'm going to see what the new Matrix looks like and see if that's any good. I'm not sure about Hellboy. I wasn't a huge fan of Hellboy with Ron Perlman when he was doing it, so I'm not sure if I'll watch it with the new guy. I don't know. But what bugged me there is, why do they have to remake it? Why can't they just take the original two films and continue the saga from there? Granted, with different directors, different actors, and so on. But just do a different story. Don't redo the same story. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Leave a comment, see if you agree, disagree. Do you enjoy doing reimaginings, remakes, prequels, sequels? What's the thing about films and TV series? Let me know. I'll see you all in another video. Bye.